Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me see. Let me put this on, dog. Bruh. Man, I don't know how to take this, bro. Why is everybody jumping on the Broncos bandwagon right now, bro? All the social media sites, man. Why? Why does everybody want to be on the Broncos hype train right now, bro? I don't understand it. Can somebody answer that, man? All the social media sites. So now it gets me wondering, what are these people seeing that a lot of people ain't seeing? Maybe it's the truth, huh? Maybe a lot of people just don't want to acknowledge the truth, the haters. But it's like, damn, fool. The way that the Broncos were hated on the last couple of years, and just hearing all this hype train and everybody jumping on the Broncos coattail, do I like it? Hell nah. I don't like all the overhype these fools is putting out there, homie. We knew this. Real Broncos country knew this. The rest of these fools is just, I guess they can't deny it, but they love now hopping on that coattail, hanging from the coattail. You know what I'm saying? Jumping on that wagon. It's like, bro, it's not a good look for your tunes to change. It's not a good look for your tunes to change. Everywhere I'm seeing on TikTok to social media to podcast, everybody got the Broncos now in the Super Bowl contender statements. Super Bowl contender, Broncos country. It's like, homie, last year, y'all just wanted to disrespect the squad. It's funny to me how fast tunes has changed, though, man. It's a crazy sound to see everybody riding the Broncos coattail. And Quee fans, bro. The Queefer fans, they so pressed right now, bro. You can't even talk about the division right now and the Broncos being the top subject to dethrone the Chiefs without a Chief fan getting so pressed. It's so good. I mean, come on, homie. You got real headhunters drafting, homie. This was not no toys. Come on, Big Shy. You got the real boys drafting. You got the real fools making moves. This ain't no toys. This ain't play. The Broncos is putting shit into motion that people can't understand. And when you look at it, it was the fastest rebuild from when Sean Payton got here in a matter of years. And there's so much disgust to the enemigos, everybody that hates the Broncos, man, their stomachs are turning right now because it's the truth. There's nothing they can do. The energy just switched so quick, bro. And it's just like, I'm loving every bit of it, bro, because I be reading some of these comments, bro, and the main fools that are triggered right now are Quee fans because people are saying the Broncos have all the opportunity to dethrone the Chiefs. Broncos country. And Quee fans they are so pressed behind that situation, homie. And it's sorry to tell the Queefer fans out there, though, but it's coming true at a fast rate, bro. There's nothing you could do about it, my homies. There's nothing you could do about it. It's coming true in front of your own eyes. What up with it, Shy? How you doing today, man? Hope you're good. I'm just over here on lunch break, just chilling, bro. About to go hit this gym. One of the Queefer fans, they said the Broncos have an opportunity to dethrone the Queefs because the way that the foundation is set, they got an opportunity to make a stride for the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not going that far to say that, right? But that means what's going down, Bigfoot? That means whatever the Broncos have been doing behind the scenes, it got people talking. Whatever the Broncos have put out there in training camps and the sample size, it got people talking. And these people putting this shit out there got everybody pressed because the Broncos were not supposed to rebuild this fast. and they rebuild in a matter of Sean Payton being here in a couple years. And now they went from the laughing stock of the league to the top tier aspect to be talked about as a team that turned it around. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you like this, homie. Savage Savage is coming for all fans. If you ain't with the Broncos, I'm coming for your throne. I'm coming for heads this year. I'm coming for heads this year. Y'all done kicked Savage Sav when he was down. Now you ain't gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to turn on this channel and not hear Savage Sav remind you who's almighty in this shit. Even with the dead cap that we owed Russell Wilson, we managed to rebuild a foundation to compete. Your teams can't do that. your scrub ass teams, a lot of them scrub ass teams wouldn't be able to do what we did. We owed money to Russell Wilson, and somehow we got better. Somehow the Broncos got better, fool. We owed money to this scrub ass fool, Russell Wilson, and somehow almighty Broncos country, you know the logo, we got better. So we're all around superior to your franchises, because you can't do that. Raider fans, you can't do that. Raider fans they've been trying to rebuild since 1983. 20 days. What's up with it, OG? All high salute. Let's go, man. Blue and orange. The blue and orange wave. Hell yeah, we got some factors, bro. And what takes us over the top is we got depth. We got depth, bro. That's how you win championships, is really have depth. Like, if your second stringers can come in and your third stringers, bro, and they still can keep a successful product on that field while your starters are out and they don't lose a step, that's a scary formula, bro. A formula that can't be duplicated. How do you think the Broncos won in 2015? They had depth, rotational players. It was not just Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. You had Shane Ray, Shaquille Barrett. Like, come on, bro. And we literally, in a matter of being down with nothing, owing money to a quarterback, we rebuild this in some years. And everybody that try to talk about, oh, the Broncos, they got beat in the playoffs against the Bills. We were supposed to get beat against the Bills. Stop playing in it, bro. Stop hating on it. Just absorb it. Understand what's going on. You're witnessing greatness. You're witnessing greatness. Kingdom. Your time is crumbling. Kingdom. We're heading for you. We're aiming for the top spot. Your castle's about to crumble because we got the same formula as the Eagles, bro. You don't have an offensive line. Them headhunters from Broncos country about to get at that boy Patty Mahomes. Mall high salute, bro. Hope everybody's good. Why is the Queefer fans so triggered, bro? Why are them Queefer fans so triggered? Hey, you thought that you could do something that no other team did. And when it was the most important game of the season last year, you failed the three-peat. You failed the Kingdom. You failed Kansas City. And now you want to hang over. And we know in history, that don't mean that you're going to bounce back. You got too much talent in the division, Queefer fans. Too much talent in the division, Queef boys. Stop playing with it, man. Well, high salute, though. You know the logo. Let me see real quick. Let me put this. Oh, yeah. Pat Bryant's going to be a beast, homie. He's going to be a factor he's a rookie that's going to be able to take shit to another level. But I'm really very, very excited to see Evan Ingram, bro, like be a weapon for Bo Nix. I want to see them fools connect a lot. I want to see them fools put in a lot of work. I find it incredible, homie, that Queefer fans, out of everybody, the Queef fans, bro, I find it that whatever people are saying, bro, it got a lot of Queef fans in an uproar, homie. They don't know how to react to this. They do not want to hear this. What up, in Mall High Step? I hope you good, bro. They don't want to hear this. Top 5, man. They better put some respect on it, but come on, Rodders. Man, I could ask everybody out there, bro. Did you believe it was going to turn around that fast in 5.2 seconds? I don't think a lot of people believe that. But they show through actions in there that you have to believe that. If you don't believe that, you're just biased at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that sink in, homies. Let that sink in, Rodders. Let that sink in, my homies. Broncos country, you let them fools creep in the door to the playoffs, bro. You should have never let that. Bengal fans, you should have never let them take your spot, Mr. Joe Burrow. You let Bo Nix take your spot. Because you know why? You fools were trash at the beginning of the season last year, and it came back to bite you in the ass. And now the Broncos taste it. They tasted that playoff. They tasted that postseason. Once the Broncos tasted postseason, it means that they tasted blood. In our history, once we get in the playoffs, we start competing for championships. That's just the Broncos. I'm sorry to say, you should have never let us in the door of the playoffs. You should have never let Sean Payton have the quarterback to get us to the playoffs. Mohai salute though. One winning season, bro. Let me remind you, Mr. Basketball, my homie. In our franchise, since we've been around, the history says when the Broncos taste one time, you're talking about one good season, but when the Broncos start tasting playoffs, see, I don't know if you can relate because your team might not have ever been there for so long, so you don't really know what I'm talking about. But almighty Broncos country, when they taste the blood and the water, it means Super Bowls are coming. Now, your franchise might not be able to talk that language because you don't really know about winning too much. And if you did, you lucked out in one era of football. But when the Broncos overall, since they've been a team, every time they get to the playoffs, they start going to championships. They start tasting blood. They start, you can't let them in. It's like a virus. It can't be stopped. It's like a virus. Once you let them in, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing your team can do. There's nothing, anything your franchises can do, your organization. The Broncos make things happen. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. We've done it multiple times. Yeah, but we're talking about the franchise overall. Almighty Broncos country with Sean Payton, Broncos country. It's just a formula. Bo Nix, you can't stop that. And now he has a defense, one of the best in the league. You can't stop that. You're just going to have to witness this. You're going to have to sit back and be like, damn, bro, Broncos country just is like crushing shit. There's nothing I can do. I can't, unless you're just going to cry about it. It's not Chiefs Nation either, bro. It's Chiefs Kingdom, Rada. We got to stop taking slogans from other teams. That's the Raiders thing. That's Raiders Nation. Broncos country, Chief Kingdom, Charger. I don't even know what they have. But you can't say Chiefs Nation, bro. That don't even sound. That's like, that don't go together. Chiefs Nation, like, bro, no. No, you can't. Still curtain, fool. There's no nation. Only the Raiders have the nation, Rada. I'm just fucking with y'all, man. I salute though. But yeah, Chiefs, nobody's even scared of these dudes no more. They got so shellacked. Everybody just victimized. Everybody looking with pity. Like, how'd you get shellacked in the Super Bowl? I'm talking about you didn't just get beat You got massacred. You're only as good as your last game, bro. You're only as good as your last game. In the last game, you were victims. Like, you got abused. Nobody's scared of that shit. Every time we think of the Chiefs now, it's just the last Super Bowl we've seen them in. And the Broncos have that same formula. It's like, your offensive line sucks. The Chiefs, their offensive line sucks. You didn't do nothing to repair your offensive line, bro. And in this division, with these headhunters on the defensive line of Broncos country, it's a massacre for Mahomes. And I want to go back to last year. Bo Nix actually outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the game that Patrick Mahomes was playing. And if it wasn't for a field goal, we would have swept that ass. And now you let us taste blood. There's nothing that the Queefers can do. The Queefers is about to get headhunted. We pick up everybody off. We want smoke with every single NFL team on the schedule. Every single team. Yeah, but it was like the scenario's different. You had Travis Kelce in a time when he was actually balling out. Travis Kelce's old. He's trash. He's booty cheeks. He didn't do absolute. Did you see him in the Super Bowl basketball? Did you see him? He didn't even try to block for Patrick Mahomes because his heart's not there. It's with Swifty. Taylor Swift got his heart. His heart's not for the kingdom. His heart's not out. His heart's out of the game, bro. And Broncos country is ready to come take the whole heart out. We're about to just demolish the whole kingdom. And we're going to show why we are superior regardless of what you say, because the Queefs have a 50-year span of being ass from 1960 all the way to this soft era of football. They got a span of never doing anything, bro. Like trash. 50 plus years. It took the Queefs to be in the soft era of football to even have a span. I'm talking about the softest era of football in history. The Chiefs had to wait till it was the softest era of football to be anything. No real football players. Everybody soft. Everybody cries. Roughing the passer calls. Like, man, that's how long it took. See, one thing about Broncos country, every era. You can look at pedigree of a champion in every era. The 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and it only took us Sean Payton in a matter of 2 years to get back to that greatness. You let us in the playoffs, and now it's going to be actually over. This is great because you know what? When I think about it, bro, it's been a long road for Broncos country, right? And I remember, I keep that shit on the shoulder, homie. I remember everybody being mad at the Broncos for being this great franchise, and they were just so pissed. Queef fans especially, bro. That's why they're so triggered at them saying Broncos country's about to dethrone everybody from the AFC West. And I remember fans of the fan bases would kumbaya together, and they'd be like, ugh, we hate the Broncos so much. Peyton Manning and John Elway. I can't stand them guys. And now you got Bo Nix you got to deal with. You got this defense you have to deal with. You got this young roster you have to deal with. And it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. What's going on, Mo? I salute. It was Swifty, bro. They play for Swifty. Let's not forget why you didn't want to watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, but see, that's the thing about it is, bro, is like when you look at them scenarios and see, I'm gonna like, I give you the first aspects of your Super Bowls, homie. But when you look at the real football aspect, you know, like I know, you could have lost most of the games, right? And there was a scenario that changed up the scenario of the game. It was not because the Queefs were this team that just was put in great football, because stat-wise, Patrick Mahomes probably had one of the worst seasons of his life. And there was a dividing factor of roughing the passers, pass interferences, bro, that gave Chiefs games. That's why. And if you're a part of real football, like I'm a part of, I don't know when you started watching, 89, 90, early 2000s, the 70s, the 60s, you would never get them situations, bro. So, of course, to a real football fan, nobody wants to watch that bullshit. Nobody that's a real football fan that understands the game wants to watch that shit when there's underlying situations, bro. It was not because of the Queefs, it's because the product of the NFL sucks. That's why. Yeah, but we actually won in '90s too, though. We were going to Super Bowls in the '80s, bro. '90s, early 2000s. Like it's like every era of football. You could catch the Broncos in the Super Bowl, winning championships, AFC. You can't say that for the Queefers because the Queefs, like I said, since the '60s, they were absolutely booty cheeks. Not to mention, let's not get on the history of how the Broncos won their first Super Bowl, right? We went through your house. We got ownership of Arrowhead, homie. We went through the Arrowhead. John Elway took your cookies in your stadium. We went through your house in the AFC Championship, in the playoffs, to go on to be a back-to-back Super Bowl champion. Queefs, we destroyed them in a playoff game and then went on to be a champion. You never did that to Broncos country because you didn't even make the Super Bowl when real football was here. You know, you've been watching football for a minute, right? You know that this is the softest era of football. Ain't no real fans that's been watching this game since the '80s and '90s are ever gonna say this is a good era of football. The product on the field for NFL sucks and it's soft. We didn't when John Elway was in the league, bro. They didn't have roughing the passers. That's the difference. John Elway didn't get roughing the passers. The quarterbacks of them days, they didn't get flags. They didn't cry about getting touched. You got Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady's, and they cry. Oh, he hit me too hard. Oh, like shut up, dude. You make millions of dollars. Be quiet. Pipe down. Just pipe down a tad bit. As a Steeler fan, I agree. No one wants to watch the refs. That's just the truth, homie. But Queefer fans think that the league just barely started in 2017. Chief fans, they were not around. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why we say bandwagon. Not all of them, because there's some real ones, but Chief fans actually in their mind think the NFL started in like 2017. In their mind, they're like 2017 is when the NFL just was created. No. The NFL's been way longer than 2017. And there's teams that done miraculous shit. It's not nothing new to the aspect, but to the Chief fans, they never experienced anything in their life. Like this is all new to them. They're new to winning. They're new to this. They don't know about winning. They don't know how to win in real when it was real. All they was doing, it was watching shit. They were the NFL joke of the NFL. Like it was miserable time. Shout out to the football fans, though, man. Bad call, cost Raiders the game. That was a terrible call. The tuck rule was terrible, though. What? Okay, let me put this in perspective, you homie. Let me put this in perspective. Before the Peyton Manning era, right? We were still going to AFC championships. We were still going to the playoffs. We were in the AFC championship 2005. Before that, we were in playoff runs every single year. We had only below 500 seasons. What is you talking about? To a Quee fan before they won a Super Bowl, that's all they actually talked about was their playoff run. So the same logic applies to Broncos country because before Peyton Manning, we were still going to playoff runs. Before Peyton Manning, we were still going to the AFC championship. All that time frame, above 500. Still had shots to go to the playoffs. And that was the Chiefs' logic for a whole long time before they won a Super Bowl. So using that same logic, one of the most successful teams out there to ever do it, Rada, We didn't go 50 plus years of being booty cheeks. We didn't go to 40 plus years of being booty cheeks. We the one that taught the AFC. When the AFC was down, when the AFC West was down, Broncos country was holding this shit on their back alone for years, decades. Nobody else in this game could do that. We were teaching y'all how to win Super Bowls. We were showing you what you wanted to be because all you fools were a joke. Every single buddy in the division was a joke. Nobody could even keep above water to even actually compete. But Broncos country had to show y'all. We had to show you what it was to be a real champion. With Tim Tebow, Jay Plummer, Jay Cutler, y'all were 8-8 forever. Jay Plummer went to AFC Championship, bro. I think that's wrong. Tim Tebow still, he went to the playoffs. When I say above 500, we were still all of early 2000s going to battle Peyton Manning, getting kicked out of playoff runs. 2005, Jake Plummer goes. He loses in the AFC Championship. Tim Tebow, that was only a time span, a couple years. Then Tim Tebow came in. Then Peyton Manning. See how that works? The 70s, the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s. Tim Tebow comes in. He takes it to the playoff. Peyton Manning takes the playoff. Now, where were you fools in all that era of football? Watching. Y'all was the bottom of the barrel. Y'all didn't have you couldn't even sniff the playoffs with the Queefs. They didn't know what that was. And that's why they were mad at Broncos country. And you're lucky Sean Payton just didn't get the pick on Patrick Mahomes because y'all still would have been booty cheeks. Queefs would have still been booty cheeks. Y'all lucked out, definitely. Y'all lucked out. But let's not act like y'all was a joke for 50 plus years. Y'all have that in your history. Y'all have that. That's in your resume, not in Broncos country. Y'all have that. Y'all have that label. It went 50 plus years of being straight ass since the 60s. And then you have 10 years of being successful. That's terrible, big dog. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't know about that. As a Bronco fan, I don't know about that shit. I don't know about 20 plus years of being bad. I don't know about 30 plus, 40, 50 plus years of being bad. We don't speak that same language. And it's bad because this is the thing, homie. We fell off the face of the earth since Peyton Manning. We fell off. We were the NFL joke. And the NFL let Sean Payton build, in a matter of some years, build another team that competes. It's sorry for you, bro. Sorry for you. You're getting dethroned out that top spot. There's nothing you can do about it. As soon as the Broncos caught on to the shit, it's like, Queefs, who are them? That's why Queef fans are mad at this moment, because they're hearing this shit. Broncos will dethrone them. Broncos coming for the AFC West. Broncos coming for their spot, and they don't know how to take that. But people know it's inevitable. You can't stop it, Ryder. You can't stop it. What up, Daniel? Nah, hell no. I don't act like that. I definitely don't. He to me, he's secondary a Bronco. He's a Colt. You know what I'm saying? He's a Colt. But the bottom line is, bro, he came in and he just started going to Super Bowls. Touchdown. 55 touchdowns. Over 5,000 yards. Super Bowl champion of the greatest franchise to ever do it in the history of the NFL, bro. My salute to the riders out there. It's already been 10 years since your last Super Bowl. Did time stop when Payne left? I mean, you know how it goes. I promise you, when you lose Patrick Mahomes, you will never, ever get to another Super Bowl in your life. You lose a legendary player like that, bro, a quarterback of that caliber, you're going to fall off the face of the earth. One reason why the Patriots still fell off the face of the earth. You lose Patrick Mahomes, bro, you'll never reach a Super Bowl ever in your life ever again, because that was a one opportunity for you guys to actually build to what you guys had. but you'll go back to being irrelevant. You know why? Because in your DNA, there's nothing that tells you you'll ever be another champion. In your DNA, you only have lost seasons, below 500s, not going to the playoff, not going to Super Bowls, 50 plus years of not winning a Super Bowl ring. That's what your DNA has brought. You lucked out with Patrick Mahomes. And when he leaves, you're never going to get that ever again. Our franchise is different. We bounce back. You'll never bounce back. Yes, it's over. When they lose that dude, they got to soak it in, though, definitely. He did something. He's done a lot for that franchise. Hopefully they don't kick him out of town like Russell Wilson, but they'll never reach that pinnacle again. How do you know? Because it's in your DNA. It's a way of the Queefs. They never want anything important for 50 plus years, bro. I can't even fathom that shit. Going 50 plus years. 50 plus years, bro, that's terrible. How do you even go 20 plus years? How do you go 15 plus years? I can't even fathom that, bro. We can't speak the same language. We can't speak the same language. And now you let almighty Broncos country hit on Bo Nix with Sean Payton. It's over, bro. It's sinking in, but I think every Quee fan really understands this shit. I think they feel this shit, bro. I think they understand because everybody's noticing in it, but they're in denial. They're like, nah, bro, we can't let it happen. But it's happening. It's happening, bro. It's happening at a fast rate. Mohai salute. Shout out to the homie basketball, though, bro. Represent your shit, Brody. Represent your shit. And nah, for real, though, Mahomes is actually pretty good, though, bro. I'll give him that. He's good. I can't take none away from him, man. It's going to be good to have some competition in this division. Definitely competition all the way across the board in this division. But man, damn, that's such an impressive thing, homie, to think. Broncos country owed Russell Wilson, and they got better in owing this dude. Everybody thought that they were going to be out of luck for so long because of the Russell Wilson situation. And Russell Wilson leaving made the Broncos that much better, bro. What's up, Big Jordan? What up with it? Mohai salute. Mohai salute. Hey, Bo Nix, man. Shout out to Bo Nix, bro. I have a good day so far. Good, man. Mohai salute to you, brother. Mohai salute. Hey, I see some real chief representation over here. Ooh, we tried to, bro. He didn't do and now the Giants got to deal with it. You know? I'm glad that's over, but damn, bro, our franchise is great, homie. Like, them fools literally bounced out. They bounced out of all that dead cap money, bro. They bounced out, bro. With owing this fool money, we built a foundation, homie, of talent that's just across the board. And like, it's like, think about that shit, homie. There's teams out there that can't seem to get out their own way. They can't seem to get out their own way. Raiders. The Raiders really always think they got something going, homie, and they'll never be that team that actually is any decent. They're always just going to be the Raiders. They really think Geno Smith is actually going to save the Raiders, bro. What? They think that Geno Smith has it in them to save the Raiders, bro. That fool's like Teddy Bridgewater. He'll give you some wins, but bro, they on the same caliber. They on the same caliber of a team, homie. Geno Smith and Teddy Bridgewater, they're not winning you no playoff games. They're not winning you a championship. Yeah, you already know, bro. We just talking shit. It ain't, we do that. That's what real fans do, my homie. Mohai salute to you, my bro. Good luck to the Broncos this season. Excited. Yeah, we're going to have competition in the division, Rada. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, when it all boils down, bro, you got to give your hats off to what they've done, your team. Um, I'm just ready to see some competitive football, honestly, bro. After every Bronco game, I come to watch your content. Hell yeah, I crow up, bro. You know I'm gonna always give respect when it's due. You know, I've been doing that shit since paying money, homie. Eating my words, you know, eating my words, but I still crow up. I'm always gonna give respect, you know. Um,
There you go.
if you're ready to go, I've been waiting on you.
I just got off for lunch.
Say I'm gonna talk his then give respect. Hell yeah, bro. That's how you gotta do it.
I'm ready.
Your shoes? Yeah, you look like you're ready for the winter. Lady Sab, what you think, man? Lady Sab's on after too. But hey, shout out to you guys, man. I'm gonna head off to this gym. I'm going to the gym. I gotta go get a little session with wifey. Go get some gym time, man. Mall high salute. Hey, it's going down. Hey, and if you're in the state and you want a tailgate, we run in the tailgate. Lossy every single home opener, every single home game. We'll be at Lost Sea tailgating and pull up. Come say what's up to Savage, man. Um, barbecue, beer. You know what it is, man. All high salute to the riders. All the real fans out there, man. It doesn't matter what team you represent. All the real fans out there, I respect y'all. Keep that fandom going, homie. NFL season's amongst us. And you know what it is. Let's go.